Hi guys, how are you? I've done this video so many times. I feel like I've been talking to myself for like 5 hours and I've really got to go to work, so this is the last chance I have doing it. So whatever the mess it is, you're going to just have to deal with it. And I'm sorry, and I never know where to look on these things, so if I'm not looking at you and it looks like I'm having a conversation with myself, then I apologize. But yeah, yesterday was my 4-year surgery and I just wanted to come and mark the occasion. So I had gastric bypass on the 11th of October 2013 at St Mary's Hospital in Paddington, London, England. And I will give you my numbers because it gives me somewhere to begin, and we can talk about all the other stuff that I've talked about 50 times already. So I don't know, I'll probably miss things out because I feel I've said them another time. Let's start with the numbers. I have to write them down because I don't know the numbers in pounds off by heart. So at my highest weight I was 23 stone, 322 pounds. My surgery day I was 19 stone, 266 pounds. My goal weight was 11 stone, 7 pounds, or 161 pounds. My lowest weight for one day only was 10 stone, 10 pounds, or 150 pounds, and that was due to an upset stomach. But I did stay at 10 stone, 12 pound, or 152 pound for a couple of weeks. And I did stay at my goal weight of 10 stone, 7 pound, or 161 pound for about 18 months or so before my regain started to come on. And I think in my last video I was about 12 stone 4, 12 stone 5, and I stayed at that weight for a period of time also before this initial bit of regain come on. But I will get into why I've had that extra regain later on once I've talked about other things. And yesterday I weighed 12 stone 13 pound, or 181 pounds. So let's talk about the time period that Stefan's calling me. I'm going to turn it off because I don't want to do this video another 50 times. So around that time I was having a lot of health issues. I was really experiencing all the symptoms of menopause. If you don't know that, maybe you can Google it. The GP did my bloods about 3 times because I was so convinced that I had the menopause, and I was coming to her with all these symptoms that I really wasn't coping with, and he kept back saying that I was having a lot of issues with my legs, really bad cramps. My legs would go completely numb for no apparent reason. I would get pins and needles in them. I had a lot of fatigue. I think I went to see a nutritionist who did my bloods, the really full blood work that the hospital wouldn't do. They would do just the basics, kind of iron, vitamin D, calcium. They did a full blood work. I was really low on magnesium, which I never got tested for at all, and I'm on a really high dose, and I take that 4 times a day. I take about 4 times the amount of iron, 3 times the amount of vitamin D, twice the amount of calcium that was recommended to me. And I was taking all my vitamins and minerals religiously, but it just was not enough what they suggested to me. I also went on a plant-based diet. I think I mentioned that in my last video that I'm vegan. That's my vegan tattoo that I got in July when I was 1 year vegan. Get all the nutrients in. I know we're bombarded with the protein, but forget about the protein. Get your nutrients in. And no, bananas will not kill you, but that's a different video entirely. Mango, papaya, grapes. Don't worry about the carbs, get the nutrients in. Anyway, while we're talking about tattoos, do you like my new tattoo? I had that done on Monday, so it's peeling a little bit now. It's oak tree or blossom tree, represents strength and bravery. So, yeah, now I got sidetracked. That's what happened before, you see. That's why I've done this so many times. What was I talking about? Yeah, so health, so much better physically. Mentally, My depression and anxiety have been shite. The last year, and there was a trigger, but I won't get that onto YouTube because it's not YouTube material. But I don't think body image has really helped with that much, though I really do work on that you can be happy with the skin you are in at any size. 150 pounds, 500 pounds, you need to love yourself now, not when you reach goal weight. And that is something that I work on, but I really find it hard to see pictures of myself when I was a size 10, 12, which is about an 8 US size. Have I said that already? Because I've done this so many times now. I can't remember, showing my tattoo distracted me, but I was happier at that size. Now I'm a size 14, 16, which is a 12 in the US, and I just don't like the way that I look as much as I did then, even though I'm feeling healthier. But saying that, I feel that we have to kind of be careful on our balance and our focus in life, because this is something that in this journey that I've learned. So a year before I had surgery, I was in and out of hospital that year with chest infections and pneumonia, and I was just surviving. I was trying so hard just to be alive, that my hope on this surgery was to have some quality of life, which I do now. But I think the first year to 2 years after surgery, and there's nothing wrong with this, because so if you're in that stage now, I'm not saying what you're doing is wrong. I think in a way it is essential. We need to focus our minds completely on what we're eating, physical exercise, and that is a part of the journey, and I think that is essential. But do we want that at 5 years out, 9 years out, 20 years out? Are we Julia, Fred, Bob, Jane, Mary, or are we our surgery? I feel that we need to get the complete balance in life, and maybe that's why they talk about relationships breaking, whether it's friendships, marriages, because we get so focused on that goal. And now for me, I'm focused on work. Before, my depression would never let me keep a job down. I've been doing this job for 6 years. I absolutely love it. I'm focusing more on friendships. I'm focusing more on family relationships. I think you need to get the balance right. Yes, lately I've lost some focus on diet, on fitness, and that's not so good either, because that's part of my self-care, and I need to put that more back into my life than it has been the last year or so. It's probably why my depression, mental health issues have come back. But I don't know if I'm making any sense, because I've said this so many times I can't remember what I've said and what I haven't said. I think there needs to be some sort of balance. I feel that there can be issues where we are not living when it all becomes about the weight loss, or it all comes about the goal weight, or it all becomes about how many times you've been to the gym this week. And no, it's not good to not go to the gym and keep going on social events, but how many times have you cancelled your coffee date with your best friend because you said you have to go to the gym? I don't know if that makes any sense, but you get what I'm getting. And the time's going on, and I won't get to talk about all the other things that I wanted to talk about. So the other thing I wanted to talk about as well is transfer addiction, because I have been battling with the last year and a half with alcohol addiction, but that crept on in such a weird way. I think that it's really important to talk about it, because even though prior to surgery I was spoken to about transfer addiction, I thought it would be kind of immediate. You're on you've had your surgery, you're very limited to what you can eat. I use food. I have binge eating disorder. I'm still in recovery from that. I think I will always be. It's not as bad as it was before surgery, but I'm still always going to be in recovery for that. But I always thought that, you know, food would be taken away. I can't use that as a tool anymore. I can't use that as a numbing agent. So I would use alcohol, where sorry throat. So yeah, that really, even though I've always drank before surgery, after surgery, apart from that 6 months they've asked you not to drink, it wasn't really a problem till July last year. So I would have been, almost 3 years post-op. So I'd gone all that time without using alcohol. So for me at that time, I was having a lot of health issues. I hurt my shoulder. I had a frozen shoulder, and that happened in July, and then in August I was having a lot of problems with my teeth and a lot of pain. And I know a lot of people disagree with this, and there's no scientific proof of it, but so I can only tell you about myself and my body, and that when I take medication orally, it will work maximum half an hour, whatever it is they give me. So I got no pain relief. So I was using alcohol as medication, which also the alcohol goes really quick through my system. So I get drunk really quickly, but I'm also sober really quickly. So I was in hospital actually